Tri-State areas, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. On the ground, McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 2.
61, match box, fight.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Go. Me and you all day, all day. I'm coming.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 56 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Darnold is brought in by Jamison Crowder.
Hey, box drop.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to go. It's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Check 99. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Darnold to throw again. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Darnold from the gun. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Man, Eddie. Mike, 56, right there, 56. General West.
They'll try the right side with Bell. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get in the weight room. 56.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Touchdown, defense.
No, 80.
Sponge. No.
No, 80.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Jets nothing.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
56. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Switch. SOS. And 80.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Let's get it.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Like 50 cents. 56.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Got it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
That 18-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Alert three, alert three. Alert three. Out, 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 out. Switch, switch. No, no, no.
No.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
You don't want no problems with me.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Set. 30 base.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Hey, orbit. Yep.
We got it, we got it. Mike 12. Mike 12. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Check Mike 12. Mike 12, Mike 12. You ain't doing nothing today. Fire.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
Yes, yes. Hey.
It's been a long day.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check 43.
Look at me. Zipper.
Who's that?
McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Check three, check three, check three.
Go.
Motion, motion, motion. You go tight. You got tight.
Let's go.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Go, go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, wahoo. Get it.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready.
Mike 12. All right. Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Shoot.
Now. Defense.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Ready. 15, line it. 15 line.
I'm coming after you. Check 31.
Hey.
Check Mike 12. Hey, let's get this. Wall.
Let's go.
This is McCaffrey. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Come on, set. 60 yards.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, now this from 43. And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. So that'll back them up 5. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down.
Hey, lady. You know, young lady.
Slam. Kill.
You draw corkers. Hey, Charlie.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, dude.
Kill.
Red lady.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 36.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
They should have known.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
60 Pittsburgh.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Let's set a tone. Look at me. Zipper.
Let's put him on the box.
2nd and 10. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Undercross. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 48 yards away. Oh, and Elliott has pushed it to the right. It is no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, lady.
X3, 218, chopper.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. The job 1 to pick up the 1st down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the 1st down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Bell running on 1st down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Darnold completes it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10.
Next to score, Bengals 13, Jets 10.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Alpha.
2 times, 2 times. Hey, hey, hey.
Rock it.
Jim.
Go.
Like 12.
Get it.
Now back to throw. And Adams has it, complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Devontae Adams, 69 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Darnold now to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Darnold. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Darnold. Open man is QT, complete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Check 56. 3 bus.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Come on, switch it. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's go.
Back. Check.
Darnold. Flushed out right. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
56.
Now it's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Check. Red 80. Smooth. Red 80. Switch.
49.
Red 80.
Check 49.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing again is Darnold. Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And his kick here is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over. They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning. Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati